Hi, my name is Daniel Sidoruk. I wrote and produced the song Naked for the album My Optimistic Narcissism.
Go for it.
Okay, the first take is done. Well, we kind of did 2 takes, but I cried. Now I don't have a shot for a little bit, so I get to chill and do nothing for a little bit, which is cool.
Okay.
Recording.
Okay, let's go.
Then action.
Cut. Cut.
I'm Brodie Miller. I'm the director of Naked official music video.
Yeah, Brodie just pulled me to the other room and just like, cool, like this guy, think about this now. What do you think about this? And then he was like, I want you to think of it, look away, look back, focus out. He told me to pretend in my mind, like, think about playing Minecraft, and it worked. While doing that last take, I was looking off to the right. Like, he's like, I want you to be like really zoned out, like pretend you don't know what's happening, like thinking about something else, like trying to distract yourself. Maybe you're really zoned, like, just dissociated out of it.
Hi, I'm Leonhard Frankeser. I'm the cinematographer, aka the camera guy of Naked official music video.
Cut. Happy with that?
Alright.
I'm happy.
So me and Leo together edited this music video. I remember specifically there were points where his obviously job was to tell the story through the camera, but also to make sure that everything is visible. Yeah, one thing that we definitely had a problem with was capturing that, which is where Brodie and Leo really stepped in and made it happen. He basically told me to imagine that the girl is in my life. I can't save her. I was the only one who could save her, but I couldn't. So I just thought about like moments in my life, like where I've just been too late. I'm dreaded. I'm like, fuck, like, I could have been there, but I wasn't.
What's next?
So next I'm gonna be chilling for a bit, but Lucy here. Hello, Lucy.
Hi.
What scene are you doing now?
That's a really great question. I have no idea.
Awesome. So we have no idea.
What is the story?
Basically, for this story, it's about self-harm and seeing a bad habit from the other side. This music video is based off like a true story. It's not to the dot, but basically I went to the Crown Hotel and I was with friends with this model. I basically walked into her bathroom and found out she was cutting. I myself struggled with self-harm a while ago, and I remembered that when I did it, people would be like, are you okay? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm fine, because it was just like a little hit of euphoria. It's like having like a hit of a cigarette, and it was my first time witnessing it, being on the other side of that. So it taught me about what I was doing to other people, because I'm in my head thinking about like, she has no idea how she's going to hurt herself, but do something permanent, and for her, she just wants to have fun. I was like, man, I can't do anything, like I'm worried about her. So this is a video that explains that by going through the steps. To her, I'm zoned out. To me, she's dying. And at the end, it's going to have the realization of, I did this, I'm doing this.
Is that what inspired the song as well?
Yeah.
What we'll do, we don't jump in the bathtub fully, just like lean on the bathtub. Left hand is the handprint.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
The one shot, yeah, that was a tricky one. We kind of needed to prep the blood, make sure the camera moves were right. So, for example, Lucy and Aidan, I needed to make sure that their blood was set. They needed to have enough blood on that hand for that shot, and then also the next couple hand taps that Lucy did. So that was kind of a process of how much blood we need on those hands. I'm pretty sure we got it on our first or second take.
Third
take. And we've got to talk about how you were saying getting the blood on there. When you were going like, oh, that will look so good, and then it looked so good.
it was impressive.
One of the good
best
shots.
Yeah, I shot on a vintage lens, I think from the 90s, which means that it's not precise and harder to focus. I was confident enough in my skills, I guess.
You know nothing, right? Good.
Yeah, that's good. That's it.
Yeah, so this is catered for by my mum. We have this plus I think like 20 something dishes, because I don't have a shop for so I'm gonna eat. Yeah, I mean you can do trees up to some point.
I mean, that looks like a big cleanup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked.
Lucy, for you, realistic shit is kicking in. You're now bleeding out. You like to go to the bathtub for this. So you're now stressing out, more panics, hyperventilation, dying now. You can't do that. Let's do it.
Alright, we ready?
Start getting some hyperventilation now, Lucy.
Camera rolling.
Alright, Cyan, when you're ready.
Aidan, I'm sorry.
Aidan, I'm sorry.
The scars of, like, with the water, those are...
I'm Aidan Palma. I am the visual effects artist for today. I'm doing all the blood and gore and cuts for the film.
bath and whatever.
Oh, yes. So we didn't originally know that the wounds were going to get submerged underwater, so I went with a scar wax that did not hold up very well.
Like, that's not attached to me.
As soon as we had like a lot of movement in the water, it kind of just, fell apart. So we ended up having, just for that shot, we used some spirit gum to glue it all back down and to blend it out. And I'm using the alcohol-based palette of paints so that in water none of the colouring comes off. Then once that shot was done, we ended up doing the silicone base, mixing A and B parts to make the next version of the cups.
Yeah, I told her to jump in and it went to shit. I didn't think it was not waterproof, and neither did Aidan. But wipes. Happy day.
So are you changing the base to silicone?
Yeah.
What was it before?
Scar wax.
And silicone doesn't wash off in water and stuff?
It's like basically sticks
It's
to the skin.
bitch to get out.
I love how you had to do this too to figure out what was what in there.
Did I?
Yeah, I think they're like.
I have no memory of doing that.
Yeah.
That turned out a lot better. Still on the time crunch, it didn't get to fully dry, so we had the same issue where it popped off one more time. So we're giving it one more go. We've let it fully dry. We had a lot longer to fix all the issues, and we're hoping that it stays. That's about it.
It is hot in here.
Yeah.
For Daniel's part, we are.
We definitely do it.
Okay, no.
Call me when you're about to shoot and I'll let you up. You don't think it's gonna take too long?
It's just risky. I'd rather get these shot.
My brain realized that I have blood.
Yeah,
What, do you
just
know
the
what
whole
blood?
track.
The whole track? Okay.
A lot of blood. Liters. Too much. I had white pants. Worst idea ever. I didn't realize until I showed up to set, and I was like, oh, there's blood. Yeah, and I have white pants.
She said there's blood on the dance floor. I guess she dances in the shower too.
And you had this in your past, right? And you're healthy now, you've gone through it. You're thinking that she's gonna make you like relapse back into it.
So the story is about Daniel's past, or an event that happened in his past. It related to self-harm. For me, I kind of just turned it into my own little story of like how I would see it mixed in with Daniel's version. And it tells this unique juxtaposition between Daniel and the girl and how he relates to her but felt so distant from her. And I think it tells a really strong concept of how someone can be suffering of the same thing but feel so opposite and so distant between that person. And I think it was really unique to explore that. And I wanted to really go with my classic of blood, gore, really going to the nitty-gritty stuff of it and making it uncomfortable. And it feels uncomfortable to watch because I want to tell people uncomfortable stories, and Naked, and the story of Naked was a perfect example of that.
Yeah, because I want you to kind of like cover your wrist while she's like touching you. And kind of like get away from her, especially at the end. Get her off of you. At the start, like whatever.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah. And then as it kind of fills up,
Am I happy?
you're a bit more like, let's go.
Okay.
No blood, no blood, no blood.
No blood? Great, never mind.
Can I get a little bit of water?
You drive me wild, the way you stare.
And you're like really trying to get back on it, you push them off. Are you able to go back to the same focal length and just move back? No. I want to see more of here, like lower half as well.
I've never actually acted on a professional environment until the music video. So when Brodie approached me and told me that these are the ideas we're gonna pull off, when I told him I wanted to recreate it, he's obviously a storyteller, so he was directing me, keeping me in the mindset. But yeah, it was definitely a brand new thing. I never knew that I would enjoy doing it. I've spent a lot of time with Brodie and Leo beforehand as well, so getting to know them as people really helped it in a professional environment. We've always had that connection because we've been working a lot more behind the scenes with it. So it was like acting with your friends, but in a professional environment where I was allowed to be able to be myself. Brodie always does this one thing where he would crouch down and...
So what do you think about that? What do you think of that?
It was definitely a new experience, and I think having the people there that I'm comfortable with, especially in such a frontline section, made it so much more possible. And I personally think that anyone who does acting, they need their floaties. You know, keep your float above the water while you feel like you're gonna drown.
I liked how it was just a bit more movement. Music, action.
Makes up with her friends all the time. See her naked every night. She gets so.
Bro, yeah.
Singing to the mirror.
Yeah.
We don't need the wrist for that.
Yeah.
We're doing And I also have to do the rest for Lucy as well.
With Naked, I remember making this in my bedroom. So every song I've released prior to this has been start the song, finish the song, release the song. But now to a point where we're making a music video, especially with what Brodie wanted, it was like seeing it finally go beyond just music. You know, it makes the whole process so much more grand than I ever imagined. So starting off from, a solo project in my bedroom, seeing it come alive and turning into a team project where there are other people involved. It's no longer just my work, it's their work too. And I think as an artist, collaboration is the most important thing, and it's the most humbling experience to be able to have so many people relate so heavily to work and to be a part of something bigger than where it started.
Daniel's
okay.
So
got you.
these ones.
2A and 12A.
So go get Lucy ready now.
Okay.
If she's done eating.
Also, redo Daniel's eyeliner for me if you can. That's gonna be the best plan. We're gonna just go straight into performance.
Okay.
Oh, yum. Talk to us.
It's the BTS guys.
You the BTS guy?
Coffee.
Alright, let's get locked in. No, I'm kidding.
In the sense of like the stylistic choice / story, we have the colored elements. That is the girl's perspective. That is when Daniel is kind of blanked out. Because it's the girl's perspective, she doesn't see the aftermath. The blood everywhere, in the sink, walls. She's not thinking about that. Then we have Daniel's version. It's black and white and it's all in his head. That is an exaggerated version because he knows what it's like and he's been through it. He sees the blood all across the walls on the mirrors. I really wanted to visually kind of exaggerate that excessive blood, that this is like a nightmare.
Daniel?
It's all about texture, and especially knowing there was black and white, I wanted that extra depth. Obviously, blood on a mirror, it added depth. So I was like using it in my own favor with camera, having something to show it and emphasize it. It came through quite well, and it added that extra sauce on it.
And I think that's why we work well together, because in my head, I'm like, we need to exaggerate, really tell that this is a nightmare. This is shit's hit the fan. And then he's like, cool, blood everywhere. Let's make it really work on camera. And I think
sell it even more.
He
exaggerate
brings
an
that
extra step.
Next level, which is really good.
Stand by for a second. Cyan?
Yep.
Camera's rolling.
The thing is, it is definitely difficult in an environment where everyone's working so hard to stay focused, especially when we have long reset times. For example, for certain scenes where there was a lot of blood, it would be a long cleanup to get the blood ready for the next take, to clean up what we did. Staying in the mindset was more about reminding myself why I'm there. So I would sing like verses.
Oh my golden bottle. I think it's on the kitchen or the...
Reminding myself of everything I've been through, the story that I'm telling. Mainly just keeping myself focused and separate to the crew. The only words I will react to is action.
Okay, camera. Nice. Scream! Come on! Ah! Come on!
And tell me why I care.
Look at camera. Hold it. Cut. Beautiful. I don't get better than that.
Alright.
I don't get better than that. You didn't drink?
Bro, that's
Whoa. Like, that's the shot.
That's the shot.
That's the shot.
Your cup.
Yeah, it was great.
Good.
Bro, it's so good.
And a bit to your left.
We'll do it on the feet. Right, looking at yourself. Looking at your wrist. You're about to fall. Nice. Next. Go to the next one. And then sit down. And tilt over and look at Lucy. Cut.
Bro,
Gold. We're gonna go straight into it, no stroke.
Oh, finally, damn. So Brodie, I'm going gimbal.
What have you did before?
Did he pull up? Yeah, because we're scrapping it, right? So each time you change lens, it's a time-consuming step because everything goes on standby for 5 minutes. Therefore, when we do the planning, we do a shot list. Everything is decided beforehand, scheduled, and then we mix it up based on lens switches. You organize it so that all these setups are all condensed into sections, so that at the end of the day, you do 3 switches instead of 10. It's all time management and organization. So for example, Brodie wanted an ending shot that was all in one, so we decided to use the gimbal. But since that's another setup, we put that towards the end of the day with the other gimbal shots so that it's all organized.
Okay, let me know when you guys are ready.
Is this the push-up?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Like,
I haven't seen a single thing that's happened ever until this.
Right.
I don't know. I'm so sorry.
Do you want me to try to soften the light?
oh wait, I'll tell you once I see
I remember when we were doing the long one take, me holding Lucy's arm flapped out. There was a point where you had a moment where you were like, it looks like she actually had like a proper cut on her hand. We had like blood on the floor.
Get up that angle. Looking at camera, straight down.
Then tell me why I care. Then tell me why I...
Holy shit. Cut.
It really shocked all of us.
The aspect of that, the wrists are cut, is a very realistic thing that happens. And for my first time really seeing it, and it looks very real, it was very uncomfortable at the start of the shoot.
In person, you take a glance at your wrist and you see these like fake wounds. It looks so real.
Especially when Aidan was like, what do you think of the final look of it? And I'm like, holy shit, it looks it looks scary. I remember when we dapped up outside and we did that and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. It was just there sitting there, yeah.
I can say from like an outside perspective, this looks like it'll take forever. When you're actually getting it done on you or you're doing it, I assume it's not as like long.
Yeah. I mean, when it's on me, it doesn't have to be perfect, so...
That's why I like making music at home, because like, there's no pressure of like studio time being wasted or like producers like, what am I doing?
Aidan, what's the ETA on the wrist and stuff?
7 hours.
Probably another 15.
15? Beautiful, that's okay.
We should have something for hair. You need a haircut.
After this, I can actually get one.
I like the back of it. It's nice and curly. Look at that.
You raised me to be your proud daughter.
Hello.
How'd it go? Is it the sinking scene?
I hate waterboarding myself. It hurts so bad. I sit up and I'm just like, fire in my nose. I don't know why, but they've cut the pool.
Brodie?
You want Brodie to...
Yeah, I just want to hear why.
I'm happy to do it.
I think it looked really good.
The underwater shot was something that we had prepped and planned for in the early stages that we really wanted to have because it's something that we're going to have to link to other projects. It was getting close in the day where we were going to run out of time. That started to put a lot of pressure on me and the crew that we nearly cut that scene fully.
So we're completely cutting pool shot.
I mean, I'm still happy to do it, but I want to do that first because that's more important.
Yeah.
Way more.
We knew that it needed to be nighttime because the pool had lights in it and we wanted to really utilize that and it would just look better in a nighttime environment.
We wanted the water ripple, so to find the solution of that, it was simply blasting a light with a spotlight and hoping for the best. But it added that element of darkness and not seeing anything except the water and the ripple.
Pulls back on the table.
Sorry, Leo. So right now we're filming the last shot, which is going to be the realization that her cutting her wrist is also reminding me, yes, Lucy here, her wrist cutting part, the part when she looks down, see what she done, realizes that that's what I used to do. I make the connection of like, oh fuck, this is what I was doing. So lovely Aidan here is getting your prep, and he's really good at this, and it's scary. We love Aidan's work.
What can I say? The dog sometimes. I'm always happy to help.
Aidan. No, ready? Yep, ready.
So the framing of that works?
We need Aidan when he's ready.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Alright.
Music, go. And then drop it on the side. Okay, ready?
Makes up with her friends.
Start shaking more. Alright, restart. More shake. Alright, let's go for one more.
Can I get a wipe on this?
Make us weapons.
Aidan,
Can you not like... No.
can I know what?
Just open your eyes underwater for it's not that hard.
I don't know why people think that he's just amphibian or whatever.
So not seeing what you're shooting is very hard. One of the first times that I've filmed underwater, actually.
How good was the fucking photo frame?
I haven't seen that.
I didn't see it, so
I haven't
seen a single thing that has happened in that room this whole day.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I decided to use my iPhone because it's one of the new models which can shoot in the same format as the camera, especially for the coloring part, but also for the resolution and like how it looks. That's the solution. I'm confident enough. I've done my tests if it matched with everything and it worked. So I was like, that's waterproof. It was the easiest and cheapest solution to have a waterproof camera. At first I had to get used to being in water and not seeing. So it was like a guessing game, which by doing it like 14 times, towards the end, obviously I was nailing these shots because it wasn't anything new.
We couldn't really play it back that many times to see if we got the right take. I just had to say, Leo, I need you like in this one spot. Hopefully you get the right angle.
So yeah, not seeing underwater added the extra element of making it more difficult. It's one of the hardest things to do as well.
You're going like here, falling into the pool. You want a little leap so you get some distance. And Leo's gonna be under there. You're just doing this again and again.
Trying to get Lucy to fall right feels like it shouldn't be even a problem, but I had this really specific vision. I really wanted her to fall this really specific way that I had in my mind, where it needed to be one, cinematic, but also this dreamy, floaty kind of vibe. I'm at the pool, I'm just saying, I just need you to do this kind of pose and just fall back. It took a couple processes, especially because I couldn't see exactly what the camera was gonna see.
How's that?
I don't know. I don't see it. Actually, fucking looks clean.
Thank you, babe.
Guys,
Can we roll? Can we roll? Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
In the end, we got the shot. I think it was by take like 20. It was
I
really
did like 14.
Ah, that's close,
Better
man.
than 20.
It's a wrap.
Yes!
I'll be this.
You drive me wild, the way you stare, like you don't fucking care.
This project was made to shed the light on self-harm. It is something that a lot of people don't understand or don't talk about enough. And there are a lot more people out there struggling than you might think. I myself used to be there. I didn't understand that I could reach out for help. And I'm very happy that I did. And to have the support around me to make that a comfortable experience for me was everything and more. I am very lucky that I am in a place that I can spread awareness about it. If you or someone you know is struggling, there are support services available that will help you get through it.